Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Love Match Atlanta Season 1 Episode 4. I know I didn't review Episode 3, but I'm going to throw a little bit of Episode 3 in front of Episode 4. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. And if you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all share these videos, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you get anything out of the content. Now, child, let's get into it if we're going to get into it. What I have to say about Episode 3 is this. Shay, or why did you have that sage in these people's restaurant? It made absolutely no sense. Shay and Joseph, honey, I don't know if it's some sexual energy going on. I'm not sure what's happening between the two of you, but y'all fight like cats and dogs, honey, and it's giving me something else besides matchmaking and certification. As far as everything else, that's pretty much that. Oh, and Shay needs to be matched by the duo. I'm not exactly sure why. And Kelly felt like, well, girl, we probably got to watch you because why you want to be matched by us? I mean, it's like you trying to get our insider secrets. Like, what's happening? I mean, Joseph already burned us once, so we don't know if we can trust you. Tana, on the other hand, is like, girl, we have to take her, honey. She needs our help. Now, child, let's get into Episode 4. When Episode 4 first opens up, Ming meets with her client Scott at his image consultation. Baby, them dressing them is crazy to me. Because this is the thing. You create this image for their first date, right? But what happens when you're not there to dress them? What happens when you're not taking them to Men's Suit Barn or Men's Suit for Less or Men's Warehouse or wherever y'all going to get these suits? Like, what happens then? And this suit ain't going to help Scott, y'all. He gives me Goof Troop. That's definitely what he gives me. Over at the duo's office, they're doing a new client intake. The client, her name is G, and she's telling them that she's a single mother and a professional, so she does not have time to waste. So they coach the ladies, and they said the reason why they do that is so that their lives match up when the men meet them. They're like, yeah, you know, we tell them they're fun and vibrant, they're this, they're giving the zhuzh that should be given, and then we need that to match. So that's why we coach them. So basically, they're doing image consulting, putting them on clothes that they think would be great for a first date, and then they're trying to create the person that they're telling the person that they're matching them with that they are. Honey, I'm just so confused, honey. So Shay is also doing a new client intake over where she is. But when I watched this, I was thinking, what happened to Ashley? Did she get her refund yet? Because she sure need one. Shay said since her price point is, lower, she's always hustling for new clients. So Angela is a lady from her singles group, and now Angela has decided that she wants to become a paying client. She's turning 50, and she looks wonderful too. And she says she has trust issues. Child, don't we all? Shay cannot believe that men aren't approaching her. She's like, girl, you cannot make me believe that men are not approaching you. She said they are approaching me, but I have to get to know them. Like, I have to feel comfortable with them before going out on a date, because most men these days just want to jump in between my legs. Now, she did call it Lucy, honey, Juicy Lucy, but I agree with that. That's all they want, honey. And I think I'm kind of like Angela is. Child, I hope I don't be 50 going to the matchmaker and whatnot. But I'm like that too. I have to feel comfortable with you. I think every guy that I've ever dated and or married, honey, because y'all know I've been married twice, y'all. Check out the story time. That's really a story time on the other channel. But I was comfortable with them. I had been around them a few times. I knew a person that knew them. And so that's how we dated, or that's how we became intimate partners. And I felt comfortable being around them. I will say this though. The one time I stepped out and I just met this random guy at this restaurant, he was one of my best relationships. Like, that relationship was so good. It's just that I was on a time frame that he wasn't on. I wanted kids. I wanted to be married. He wasn't quite there yet. I felt like I didn't want to wait. But now looking back, I feel like I should have waited. I mean, now he's married and he has children or whatever. And I'm like, dang, why you couldn't get ready when I was ready? And, so it's good to step out of your comfort zone every now and again, because I was the same exact way as Angela. I just wanted people that I was familiar with. But when you meet new people, that can be good too. So she said when they take her on a date, the next time they want to go on a date, they don't really want to go on a date. They tell her, oh, okay, well, let me cook for you. When I tell y'all I can relate so much, child, I always trying to get somebody to that house. I do not want to go to your 1-bedroom apartment, honey. I don't care if it has a view or not. Why do I need you to cook for me? No, let's let someone cook for the both of us. Honey, I don't trust you like that. And child, nowadays, honey, you can't just break up with a person. I saw a meme on Instagram that said you can't just break up with a person. Now you have to get a restraining order. And it's scary and it may seem like a funny thing, but it's actually the truth. People don't go these days. You tell them it's over and they don't understand the concept. Child, I miss the 90s, honey. You could literally call them and just hold the phone. They already know it's over. Oh, it's over? Okay, cool. Well, honey, you never talk to them again. Now, child, you got to make sure you block them from every piece of your social media. You have to change your phone number. You have to take an alternate route home. You have to do all kinds of things so that they will not bother you again. Child, it's crazy. So I'm like, no, you're not cooking for me. She said she had a very bad experience with a fool wanting to cook for her, and then he assaulted her. So she starts to get really emotional. She starts to cry. And that's what always goes through the back of my mind. I'm in your space, okay? Nobody can hear me. Nobody can see me. And I'm afraid of being assaulted. And I feel so bad for her. Like, I really do. Because that has to be a terrible thing to experience. And it really alters the way you think about dating. I'm so sorry that happened to her. I really am. And people are weirdos, child. They give a little weirdo these days. You got to be really careful. So Shay said that that's a scary part about dating. Even with being a matchmaker, because she has to make sure to vet the men before she introduces the women to them. So then Shay tells her that she's a survivor. Shout out to Destiny's Child. She's not a victim, but she doesn't want her to let that stop her from receiving the love that she deserves. And she feels like that experience is stopping her from wanting to move forward. So Shay wants her to write a letter to herself and tell Angela that she's sorry. Why am I apologizing to myself for something that some creep did to me? Maybe she's trying to get her to understand that it's not her fault. Maybe that's what it is. If you apologize to yourself, then maybe you'll realize that it's not your fault. But honey, me, I would have been like, I'm not apologizing to myself. I didn't do anything wrong, child. He's the weirdo. He's the creep. She wants her to release that and let it go. So Shay said, listen, I'm very pro therapy, because if you don't address the issues that you have, you're going to continue to have them. And she said even she has to go to therapy because she's been in Angela's position. So then she tells her, I don't think you're ready to be matched yet. Basically, you're not ready to love. Oh, so it took me some time. No, I'm just kidding. Child, y'all know I love to sing Ready to Love. But I agree, though. She needs to take some time to heal from that traumatizing event that happened to her, honey, because that ain't nothing to sneeze at. And writing a letter is not going to help. You need some intensive therapy, because I would literally have PTSD every time someone invited me to their home. I couldn't do it. I just wouldn't be able to do it. In the next scene, Joseph goes to the gym to pretend he's working out. Child, he said he gained the C20, okay? I was looking at this before and after photo of Joseph. Child, you're looking the same. Honey, you're looking the same. But anything to shoot a scene. His brother is the one that's training him. So then they sit down. They start talking about his brother being married for 5 years. And the brother asks when he's going to be ready to propose to Paris. And Joseph said that he's matured since his divorce at 30. And he also feels like men should not get married before 30 because they change so much between 25 and 35. And I agree with that. And really, I agree with that for women too. I feel like you should just really live your life. I even feel like 30 is too young to get married. Like, go out there and experience everything, because a lot of things happen after 30. Child, finally something I agree with when it comes to Joseph. So Joseph lets us know that he and his ex are good friends and they're great co-parents, and they have a 13-year-old son together. I didn't even know he had children. But okay, Joseph, moving forward. So he said he told himself the next lady that he gets with, she has to have the same passion that he has for matchmaking, for love, things like that. But he did say that Paris was everything that he prayed for in a woman. All right, then hop to it, y'all. In the next scene, Ming and her recruiter, they go to look for a venue for her birthday party. She plans on having a mixer/B-day bash. So the producer was like, so how old are you going to be? She's like, I'm going to be very young. Okay, but if I had to guess, I would say that Ming was turning 45. That's how old I think Ming is turning. But y'all, these days, the people on TV, y'all, she probably turning 32, honey. You just never know. I guess I'm different because I don't mind telling people my age. I take pride in getting older. Child, as long as I don't look it, honey, you can know my age and my weight. Fine and 39. Moving forward. So then Ming said that she invited everyone but Shay. I'm not understanding why you didn't invite Shay, because I feel like the duo or Joseph, They get rowdier than Shay does. Hell, even Paris gets rowdier than Shay. She says seeing Shay out in the past has made her not want to invite her. She's like, Shay was over there saying, you don't know me. You don't know me. I mean, I fear she may tear down my brand. Ming, that's a reach. Honey, you're reaching. That was nothing compared to what some people do. And to be honest, Paris is the one that started that by escorting them out. Or I'm sorry, throwing them out of that party. But anywho, child, it's your party, so do what you want to do. Over at Shay's apartment, she's in mommy mode. Her son is there as well. You know, she has a 19-year-old son. And she tells her son that the duo is coming over to try to help match her. So her son is like, why are you looking for a match? Like, I'll be the father figure in Ava's life. Like, why do you need to do that? It's wonderful that he wants to be an example for his sister. But baby, mama got to have a life too. Personally, I'm not sure why she cannot match herself, but she says she doesn't get high on her own supply. Girl, you ain't got nobody in that database. That's why you can't find nobody for Ashley. But that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. But anywho, I don't see anything wrong with wanting to get back out there and finding someone for her. Because, I mean, I'm a person that loves love. Now here lately, child, I'm a little bit closed off and I'm not going to a matchmaker of it all. I'm going to try to work through it. But there's nothing wrong with wanting your person. So Shay said that she feels like her son thinks that he's the man of the house, but he's in college and she wants him to enjoy his youth, enjoy doing you. She got her. You just enjoy college. I just feel like he's being overprotective of his mom. But I do like how she tabled the conversation and told him that they would revisit it instead of just dismissing his feelings. Because, you know, some people are like, I'm going to do what I want to do. You don't tell me what to do. You're the child. I'm the adult. Or you're the child and I'm your mom. Because he's an adult now. But she actually said, okay, well, we'll talk about it a little bit later. And I appreciated that. I like that. So then Lamont shows up. Hey, sir. And then the matchmaking duo arrives. And baby, they're trying to figure out what Lamont is doing there. They're like, girl, we are here to match you. Why is Lamont and his hat here? Okay, what is he doing here? Do you want us to match you or do you want Lamont to match you? Is this a social event or are you taking this seriously? So they tell her that they're there to do her image consultation. Child, Shay goes in there to get these mama's family dresses. Child, this is a fool. But then she comes out in this pleather jumper with these corporate shoes on. Ma'am, that jumper goes with a strappy shoe, not a pump. And I don't even really just like that for a date. It just really ain't giving what's supposed to be gave, child. But if that's what you want to put on. The duo thought it was fine, I guess. But then Kelly was like, I would have never picked that out. I mean, but she was confident. Okay. Lamont, also, I'm speaking directly to you. Please have a seat, honey. Your nervous energy is too much. You're jumping all up, trying to find the clothes and whatnot. Just have a seat, child. Because he's just doing a little bit too much for me right now. Over on the other side, Ming is at the office doing a post-date follow-up for Scott's date. Now, child, y'all listen to this. So the lady's name is Gina, and she's telling Ming that they had lots in common. They had good conversation at first, but at the end of the night, he jumps up and says he has to go to work. Didn't walk her out or anything. Child, I hope he paid that bill and left her sitting at the bar. He is so embarrassing. Who does that? Like, child, no wonder you single. So then Ming apologizes to her for his tacky behavior, and she's like, now I have to find him another match. No, ma'am. He doesn't need a match. Child, he gonna have me out here looking crazy, matching him with people, and he just leaving them at the bar? She's a woman. Absolutely not. So then Scott shows up, and his version is everything went well. Ming is like, yeah, until you left her at the bar. See, he was gonna leave that part out. So he was like, yeah, I just got an emergency work call, so I had to just leave. Even if you got an emergency work call, you do not leave your date sitting there. You tell her, hey, I just got a call from work. Do you mind if we wrap this up? I would love to see you again if that's at all possible. How about I walk you to your car? Like, what? Anyway, child. He's like, well, I mean, at the least I could apologize to her. Just say you didn't like that woman, honey. It probably wasn't even no text from your job. Child, anyway. Moving forward. So she calls Gina and Scott apologizes to her for running out. He could have apologized to me all day, honey, but it wouldn't have made me know, never mind. Child, not you running out because of a text message. Boy, gone. In the next scene, Joe and Paris, they're going over a potential virginal pastor as a client. Well, child, at least he's sticking to the Bible. Ming is getting flowers from her mom, and Kelly is talking to her man on the phone. He looks like James Amos to me. When they were talking and she showed that picture, I was like, look at him. Okay, James Evans. So she said he's in Detroit and, having a long distance relationship is pretty hard. But honey, he was saying all the right things on the phone, honey, so I think it's going to work out. In the next scene, the duo goes to meet with G at the nail shop for some pre-date coaching. So they show her Dion. Now, mind you, when they showed her Dion, I was like, oh, Dion is very handsome, a very snazzy dress, so let's get into it. So they tell her to be expressive and share. So then Tana goes, 45-year-old white women are more likely to be married than black women because we sit back with our heads held high and our shoulders back and wait for men to approach us. And it doesn't happen like that anymore. Oh, it don't? Oh, okay. Well, child, I'm about to be by myself, honey, because I am not about to pursue a man. I'm just not about to do that. Like, I will show you interest, a little casual flirting here and there, but I'm not about to pursue you. That's just me. Now, everybody has a different way of doing things, but me, I'm not about to do it. I mean, I do feel like I'm worthy of being pursued. Child, that's why these women out here proposing and getting down on bended knee now. Absolutely not. Oh, no, ma'am. So she's telling her that she needs to be more forward and let the man know how she feels. And G is like, it's kind of hard for me to just let my guard down right off the bat. So she asked her for her alter ego. She said, okay, I'm going to go with Peaches because, I was born and raised in Atlanta. Okay, Peach Juice. So Tana says, well, Peaches flirts and she leans in and she gives it to him. Okay, as I'm watching this, y'all, I feel like, why are they charging $25,000 and up for this basic advice? Joseph may be right, honey. Why do you need to be certified to tell her to be Sasha Fierce? If you want some advice, G, you can call me, child. I can give you some, honey, for the free. Okay, I might charge you a little something. I might charge you $50. But y'all, why are y'all paying them $25,000 for this? And baby, I'm really wondering why they are charging $25 for this date she about to go on. Child, let's get into it. In the next scene, Scott and Ming, they're on the phone and she's telling him that she has another match for him. Scott is like, girl, I'm on vacation. I'll talk to y'all later. Back over with the duos, the client goes on her first date with Dion. Child, let's get into it. Okay, so I will say this. Dion definitely looks different in person. No thank you. No thank you to him and no thank you to his personality. He's like, so what's your name? She said, G. He's like, no. Your government name. Like, what your mama and them call you? I don't know you, sir. I don't know you yet. So you will get G. Child. So then we see the duo in the confessional. And Tana says they picked Dion because he has a foundation for young boys and she has a young boy. What? I don't have time. I don't have time, child. This is giving married at first sight. I picked them because they both breathe. I don't like it. I don't like it. So they start talking. And he's like, so why are you single? She said, well, it's by choice. He said, oh, I bet you a monster behind closed doors. A monster? I am a lady. Okay? Baby, he is creepy AF. He is cringy. He is so cringy. So then they bring out the salad, right? Because it's time for them to get ready to eat. So he goes, don't eat those onions because I don't want to sit here and talk to you with your breath being tart. He's like, you need to go ahead and move those to the side. How you gonna tell her what to eat? She's like, so you telling me not to eat my onions? He said, yeah, not tonight. Okay, he's a no, honey. He's an absolute turn off. He would hate me on a date, honey. Date or no date, I'm getting extra onions on my salad and I'm going to eat them. Now, I do, however, travel with, travel size Listerine in my purse, but that's neither here nor there, honey. That's just a side note. But you will not tell me what to eat and how to eat. So then we see her packaging it up to go, honey, because she has had enough of him. So 2 days post-date, she's sitting in front of the duo. She's telling them, listen, you need to vet these guys better because he was definitely a waste of a dress and a waste of my time. So Tana tells her that they go by what she needs versus what she wants. Ladies, just take this L. Just take this L. That man was not it, period. So she was like, well, I'm open to see what you guys have, but I just want to make sure that it's worth it. And they're upset that she was not pleased. I wouldn't be either, honey. I wasn't even pleased with the date, and I wasn't even on the date. In the next scene, Paris and Ming go for coffee, and she's like, yeah, I like to hang out with Paris because I know she's not a hater. Girl, what? Anyway, moving forward. Paris says she feels like she's ready for marriage when it comes to Joseph, but if it doesn't happen, then she's leaving. Joseph is on the other side of town with his brother ring shopping. So he's looking at a ring. And so he's like, how much is this? The man goes, oh, that's 17,000. Here you go, Joseph. Well, this is just our first stop. Oh, child. Basically, I ain't got it. Oh, honey. So back over with Ming, she's still talking to Paris about her husband being ready to retire while she's just getting started. So she's torn between her marriage and what she loves to do. Why do us women always have to quit our jobs and leave our passions behind? I'm not understanding. The same thing is going on over there on Basketball Wives with DJ Duffy and Iman. She has to leave her DJing behind because Iman wants her to stay at home. It's the night of Ming's party and she's getting ready and whatnot. And she's pretending like her husband ate something bad so he can't go to the party. Honey, that man is checked out. And y'all probably separated quiet as it's kept. Child ain't trusting nothing about him. So everybody's getting ready for the party except Shay. So we see Shay at the apartment, child, and she's sitting in front of her laptop talking about, yeah, I'm just meditating about who to match Ashley with. So then they show her telling a potential match that Ashley's chocolate, has full lips, and she's curvy. I feel like Shay's standard of beauty is what's standing in the way of matching Ashley. She is so afraid that someone will not find Ashley aesthetically pleasing that she cannot match her. But then the idiot on the phone was like, yeah, I like a yellow bone. Sir, goodbye and good day. Moving forward. So then Lamont calls. Baby, she answered on a half a ring. He was like, girl, were you in the phone? So they start talking. He's like, girl, you getting ready for the party? And she was like, what? He said, Ming's party. I'm sure you got invited, girl. Check your email. She said, no, I check my email all day, every day. I did not get no invitation. So she's like, I'm sure I'm not invited. So he was like, oh, I guess she didn't like the interaction with you in Paris. It's okay, Shay. It's okay to stay home just like her husband did. Catch it. So Shay said she met Lamont through me. So how you gonna invite Lamont and not invite me? So Lamont said, I think she thinks you're ghetto. Listen, I would not blink twice about not being invited to her party. She clearly has taken sides. So, child, let her have that old boring party without me, honey. I'd be at home on my laptop trying to find a suitable suitor for Ashley. Okay? And don't think I forgot. Child, here go Lamont. You should go. Lamont, why should she crash a party she's not invited to? No, she should not. I ain't going nowhere where I'm not wanted. Girl, you better not show up to that party. And that was the end of the episode. Child, y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. What did you think about the date with Dion and G? What did you think about this pleather outfit that Lamont put Shay in? Child, it's a whole fool. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.